Are you a talented footballer with the potential to go all of the way, but you've never been spotted or had a trial? Well, all you need to do is check out a brand new innovative business that I've started with my partners called Scout Size. It gives you a chance to get spotted by our network of scouts to try and get you a trial at a professional club. Scout Size places you in front of a professional scout who will assess your talent. You simply need to visit our website right now and upload your clips as directed. Our scouts will then view them and give you a full assessment. If you meet a certain criteria, your details will be sent to scouts at professional football clubs for them to come and see you play. It's as simple as that. So visit scoutsize.com right now and send in your clips, and a scout could be coming to watch you play at your next game. AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that will be linked with a transfer move to Arsenal. Hi and welcome on to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Don't forget Scout Size. You can get yourself a 50% discount. All you got to do is use the code SE50. Click on the link and go to the website if you're an aspiring footballer out there looking to get spotted by a scout. Here's your chance. SE50, that is a code. You've got to be based in the UK. Just remember that. And also, look out for some brilliant episodes coming out of Keep, Bent, Sell. We've been getting all the guys to do it. I did one. It's out right now. The one that we did with Ty. Oh my days. You've got to watch that. Absolutely hilarious, right? So make sure you check that out. But the transfer window is heating up. Well, for a lot of other teams it is. You know, I mean, you see Liverpool, they've already done Frimpong. Looks like they're going to get Wirtz done. Manchester United have already done Cunha. News broke yesterday from various sources. David Ornstein, I think, was the first one to go with that Brian Mbeumo has decided to join Manchester United. I spoke about Mbeumo a couple of days ago on the show and said that, listen, whilst he'd be a great signing, the problem is he plays on the right wing and we kind of need a left winger. Already got Saka there. Got Wanyeri there, you know, you can understand why Mbeumo would choose to go elsewhere. And he looks like he's heading to Man United. So everybody looking like they're doing business, right? Where's Arsenal's business? Well, they could have the deal for Martín Zubimendi all tied up by the end of this week. We sort of know that this one has been done. It looks like it's been done for quite a while. As I said the other day, heard rumours that it was done since January that he gave his assurances that he was going to join Arsenal. And we're being told that a medical is being sorted out for this week. So by the end of this week, Martín Zubimendi could be announced as an Arsenal player, which would represent Arsenal's first signing for the summer for a fee of around about £51 million. A coup for Arsenal. Because, you know, despite, you know, I know a lot of people find it very hard to get excited about the signing, which we should be because he's a very, very good player. Because, you know, we're all focused on attacking players and strikers. We've had seasons of defensive midfielders and defenders, and we kind of want to see strikers. So that's probably why we're not as excited as we should be about Zubimendi, but it's a coup. There were a lot of big clubs after him, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Barcelona, you know what I mean, Manchester City was said to be interested, and he's coming to Arsenal. So that's a very, very good signing indeed. And we look forward to seeing him in an Arsenal shirt. But what about those attacking players? That is what I think every Arsenal fan is excited to see this summer. One player that's being linked with Arsenal today is Bradley Barcola of PSG. Of course, fresh off of winning the Champions League. He was an integral part of that PSG squad throughout the tournament, even though he didn't always start games, didn't start the final. But he was an integral part of that team, has been a top player for them since signing from Lyon. I think he signed from Lyon in 2023. And since he signed there, he's been a really, really top player. Electric, explosive pace, which is one thing we would love to see more of at Arsenal. I mean, Martinelli does have explosive pace, but Barcola as well. Explosive pace, scores goals, assists, exciting player. And there are a lot of clubs very interested in signing him. Now, you'd be thinking to yourself, why would Barcola want to leave PSG? They've just won the Champions League. They've just won the treble over there in France. However, he's not always starting now. Since they signed Kvaratskhelia in the January transfer window, he's not a starter no more in that sort of front three of Kvaratskhelia, Dembele, and Doué. So that could be a reason why he's sparking so much interest from teams right around Europe. PSG are reluctant to sell him. I mean, they put out reports saying that he's not for sale, but they seem to be very reluctant to sell him. But would they sell him if the price is right? Said to be around about 100 million euros to sell him. And that equates to around about 85 million pounds. So wouldn't be cheap, excuse me, but there are a lot of clubs very interested in a 22-year-old left winger. Amongst those, Manchester City, there's been rumours of Tottenham Hotspurs also being interested. Of course, Arsenal interested. They were interested in him in the January window. They were interested in him last season. Could this be the season when Barcola moves on? I'm going to get this one up on the Rumour Rater at the end of the show to let you know what I think of this rumour. But Bradley Barcola, would you like to see him at Arsenal? Would be a really, really exciting signing if Arsenal could get this one done. And we all know that left wing position is a position that Arsenal really are looking at. Now, listen, we're on Sesko and Gyökeres watch at the moment. You know, every year on Transfer Daily, right, there's always a player, right, that we focus on, without focusing on, we end up focusing on because they're mentioned literally every single day. And those two players, we've got two this season, is Sesko and Victor Gyökeres. I think one of those could be coming to Arsenal this summer as our striking striking option or our striker. No real new updates on these two players today. Only what we've been hearing that talks are going on with representative of Sesko, said to be concrete talks. Right, there's been talks with Gyökeres's representatives. As I said yesterday, there's even talk that a bid of £59 million was rejected for Gyökeres. Gyökeres has given the green light to Arsenal, saying he'd like to sign. Sesko has given the green light to Arsenal, saying he'd like to sign. Which one is going to be heading to the Emirates Stadium? We did a poll on it yesterday. We asked you guys, who would you like to see at Arsenal? Victor Gyökeres or Benjamin Sesko? Is pretty comprehensive, people. The results are in. 62% of you would like to sign Victor Gyökeres. Only 38% Sesko. So the majority of you guys out there would like to see Victor Gyökeres come in as the new striker. He's got an unbelievable goal-scoring record. Older. I think he turns 27 this week. Sesko, of course, still only 22. But the listeners, or should I say the watchers, have spoken. They want Victor Gyökeres, but you're not buying the player. It's going to be down to Andrea Berta and Mikel Arteta as to which one they go for. It's going to be very intriguing to find out, and I'm sure we will over the next few weeks here on Transfer Daily. Joan Garcia, the goalkeeper from Espanyol, who Arsenal wanted to get in the January transfer window, wanted to get even last season. Didn't happen. He had a great season for Espanyol. Mixed reports about the keeper today. Now, I said a few days ago that Barcelona were very, very interested in signing him. Fabrizio Romano reported that they're on, really, really heavily into talks with, the keeper about signing for them. However, Goal.com reporting, and also other outlets as well, claiming that Garcia's stalling on a deal to go to Barcelona. So could Arsenal pounce and get him in? Remember, as it stands, we don't really have a number two backup goalkeeper. We've got young keepers who are there, like Setford, but No real strong backup goalkeeper. That is a priority area and a priority signing for Arsenal this summer. Could they still get Joan Garcia, or will he still end up going to Barcelona? But rumours saying that he's stalling on a deal to move to Barcelona. Of course, I was saying the other day about how he'd like to be a number one wherever he goes. If he goes to Barcelona, they still got Ter Stegen, and he's still got to, he was out for most of last season injured. He's still yet to come back. So, could he be thinking to himself, well, if I go there, I'm going to be, number two there as well. And that's why he's stalling. Have to wait and see it again, how that one develops out. Jakub Kiwior, who had a really, really good season for Arsenal, coming in at the stage when, Arsenal's best defender for the season, Gabriel Magalhaes, was injured at the start of March. And Jakub Kiwior had to play from then till the end of the season. And he was brilliant. He was excellent in the Champions League. He was excellent in the league. And, Arsenal would like to keep hold of Jakub Kiwior. However, there are a lot of teams that are interested in Jakub Kiwior over in Italy. Remember, before he came to Arsenal, he plied his trade for Spezia over there in Italy. And it was said that there was a lot of Italian clubs like Juventus, etc., wanting to sign him at the time, but Arsenal swooped down and bought him to the Premier League. Now, La Gazzetta dello Sport, the big publication over there in Italy, are claiming that Antonio Conte, the manager of Napoli, wants to sign Jakub Kiwior as one of his new centre-backs. Of course, Napoli have just won the league over there in Italy. They're going to be back into the Champions League as well, and they are looking for a centre-back, and Jakub Kiwior has been identified by them as a player that they would like to bring in. Valued at around about £25 million. Got a long contract still, his contract running out in 2028. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens with him this summer, because is he content playing back up? We're seeing that, Arsenal at the moment negotiating a new contract with Gabriel Magalhaes. And if Gabriel Magalhaes is fit, it's Gabriel Magalhaes and Saliba. Is he willing to be part of the squad and be a squad player? Or is he looking at it and thinking, if I go to somewhere like Napoli, I'm going to be playing in the Champions League, I'm going to be playing for Antonio Conte, I'm going to be starting every single week probably. Could be a conundrum for Arsenal. Mikel Arteta wants to keep hold of him. As I said, very, very valuable member of the squad. Doesn't let the team let the team down when he has to step in. So going to be interesting to see what happens with Jakub Kiwior. And we're going to do a poll today. I want to find out from you guys. Keep or sell Jakub Kiwior? If you want to keep him, I want you to put keep Kiwior. If you want to sell him, put sell Kiwior. I'm really intrigued to find out what you guys are thinking about this. Do we cash in on a Jakub Kiwior, or is it important? I know we all want attacking players and that, but is it important to have lots of strength in depth at the back? So keep Jakub Kiwior or sell Jakub Kiwior. I want to know from you guys right now. And also, let me press the Rumour Rater on Bradley Barcola. As you can see there, kind of below a middle type rumour for me. I'm just not sure if PSG are going to want to sell him. Listen, it's a club that's not short of money. They've just won the Champions League. They're going to want to compete on all fronts against next season. I think it would take a humongous offer to get him out of PSG. And, at 100 million euros, is he worth that? That's the other thing. I guess they'll say he is. He's just won the Champions League. He's young. His ceiling is high. But that's my views on the rumour of Bradley Barcola. But let's see how it develops out. Listen, thanks for watching the show today. Don't forget, we're back again tomorrow. We're here every single day of the transfer window. Also, if you want to get involved in Scout Size, don't forget the code SE50 gets you 50% off when you sign up. So jump onto the website now. The link is in the description. They're also giving away a brand new PS5 to a random person who signs up. So look out for that. Thanks for watching the show, and we'll be back tomorrow.